sentence above for love. What you gonna do if it never comes true?
Break me and bend me. Are you trying to offend me? You're not my true enemy. I've had enough.
Well, I'll
break out
and make up
for all the wrong that I've done.
Fixing my airways,
trying to go astray,
but it's just too much some days. Someday these clouds won't fade to gray.
Someday modesty will run through our veins.
Someday our lamps will light our way.
Someday's
gonna be today.
Man, put your pants up. You ain't impressing anybody by putting it down low. It's not by mistake, but just for show. Make a mistake, then say sorry. Next day you're telling me, don't worry. Rise above the pool before you drown, because to be modest, you know you can't back down. Same palms popping up in your face, people calling you names.
Man, you're a disgrace.
You can put them on wrong just step by step, showing them you will change. Man, then they regret saying something like that was a big mistake. Repeating and repeating.
Be modest is a little too late.
Yes, that's true, but people change. But it doesn't give you a chance to be modest 70 and go insane, because one day you'll be down there in the grave. Then will you be saying, I'm not afraid. You belong to Allah, you a true slave. Disappointing him, Islam is going away from you. Took the wrong path and you went astray. Your life goes up and down, you gotta keep it in the same pattern. Then maybe you be lighting a modesty lantern.
The analytical anarchy.
Creating superficial tragedy.
See those images on TV?
Telling me
that's what you wanna be?
You love them.
You love them, not knowing you're above them.
Break me and bend me. Are you trying to offend me? You're not my true enemy. I've had enough.
Well, I'll
break out
and make up
for all the wrong that I've done.
Fixing my airways,
trying to go astray,
but it's just too much some days. Someday these clouds won't fade to gray.
Someday modesty will run through our veins.
Someday our lamps will light our way.
Someday's
gonna be today.
Someday people think you're always gonna stay the same. They're confusing you, keeping you in the maze. A great gift from God. Don't exceed the limits. Like Vine and your cell phone, don't waste the minutes. This game will never stop, but you keep playing. Your shot will never drop, but you still staying. But being modest isn't a joke. You made a promise to God, but you broke. Thank Allah, you Muslims, and realize that the greatest blessing from Allah is your eyes. Shaitan will stop you and end you with wickedness. Then it's the best time to ask for forgiveness. You still got time, it's not what we get, but the game's almost over, you're down one set. Alright, let me introduce you to another sample. A modest man with trouble, now this is another example. Let me take you to his personal story, so you can think about it, Corey. The someday thought, take it away.
Thank you, Mohsin, but let me tell you the story. Something that will make you think, ponder, and worry, ponder what you like, but only in a good way. Meaning that you listen and hopefully not take it every day. Listen, I got 4 daughters, they lost all their passion. Got into the car, the music was blasting. Where is the modesty? I'm looking real hard. Maybe they're two-faced and I cut them off guard. What has made them like this? I have no clue. Maybe they're ashamed of their friends at school. What could they assume that it's the deen of Islam? Maybe it's temptation created within man. As the Prophet said, we started out as strangers. All the kuffar were for the violent anger. But as time went by, Islam was at new heights. Not to the rest were conscious like day and night. So I don't fully blame them. It's a really hard fight to stick with our man night after night. Because we can only succeed with a clear sight, a sight of the happy ending, paradise. But what can I do to make them understand? To understand that Allah is in command. I ask Allah to give me a helping hand, because only true happiness lies with Allah and Islam.
Break me and bend me. Are you trying to offend me? You're not my true enemy. I've had enough.
Well, I'll
break out
and make up
for all the wrong that I've done.
Fixing my airways,
trying to go astray,
but it's just too much.
Yeah, it's just too much.
But it's just too much some days. Someday these clouds won't fade to gray.
Someday modesty will run through our veins.
Someday our lamps will light our way.
Someday
it's gonna be today. Through all the tough times of sorrow, you contemplated and prayed, asking Allah for your tomorrow to be better than yesterday. Tell your nuts that you've had enough, because Allah only tests those that He loves. Take in some air and just breathe. Because after hardship will always come ease. Lower your gaze and praise Allah for the eyes He gave you. And you know it's true, even though it feels so surreal like a bad dream. Never forget to say Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen.
Don't give it up now, when life's got you down. There's no need to frown, it'll all turn around. Soon enough now, corruption inbred, living like you're dead. Let's light a lamp of modesty.
Let's light a lamp of modesty.
Let's light a lamp of modesty.
Up in your head.
Someday these clouds will fade to gray.
Someday modesty will run through our veins.
Someday our lamps will light our way.
Someday
it's gonna be today.